Yo, peace y'all, it's Haroutonthetrack. Today we're gonna go through a beat, an SG, 808 Mafia, Southside, Lex Luger kind of type beat. So yeah man, let's just get straight into it. This beat right here, interesting. I had the idea in my head and I had to do the beat at the time. I had to. There's no other way. I just had to do it. So let's start with what I went with first. What I went with first is I use it called Lloyd preset. It's in where is it? It's in here, right? It's in the brown black extension. Yes, right there. I didn't mean for that to happen, but now you know what it sounds like. And I played some very basic notes. You know, it'd be the same note, just be holding one note like. But let me just play the section. And then the half tone for the tension in the track. This turns it into a Phrygian mode. Yeah, Phrygian mode. In the major scale. I don't know what major scale actually. I think it's A major. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that one though. I could be wrong. But this is they do this all the time. If this was a regular minor scale, you would either go to the second note or that would be the seventh note. But we don't do that here. Not with this one. Always do half step, even though it's off scale if it's minor scale we're talking about. But I think it's a mode in the major scale, Phrygian mode. Don't quote me on that one. I could be wrong. But I think I'm right. But I could be wrong. Anyway, then I added in this hit sound. Oh, hold up. Let me just show you what I did to the brass. I put this, my favorite preset for all horns, brasses and stuff. Horn enhancer from Fiori, Effect Rack. Sound Goodizer. Don't know why, but particularly preset A in Sound Goodizer sounds good on brasses and strings. And then I just cut out the lows, and there's a mosquito probably about to bite me. Ain't that a bitch? Oh, I got the window open too. That's probably why. Anyways, we got this hit sound, and it's from. It used to be called East West. It's not called East West anymore. It's called Opus, but it's still from the same place. It's soundsonline.com. It's a subscription to get these sounds. And I went to Go Live, Orchestra hit. Yeah, I like how it previews the sounds now. Both Nexus and Opus be previewing the goddamn sounds now. I kind of like that. So this is what it sounds like. It's the same pattern copy pasted from the brass. Let me play that for you. And with this, I basically just copy pasted everything I had from here, and then I added in a reverb for the space, as you can clearly tell. And then we go to the strings. The strings. Where are those from? This is also from the Opus. I can't say that shit for some reason. This sound is. What library is this from? It's from the Symphonic Orchestra. Go complete symphonic strings. And what did I use? I used a viola string, a slow viola string. Let me play the pattern for you. See what it sounds like, so you can listen to what it sounds like. Let me actually play these three sounds, because then you get a better picture of what is going on here. Play that. So this is basically what I started off with. Let me show you what I added to this. I did sound good as it. This time I used preset D on that one. Delay. Supermassive, it's free actually. If you want that. Reverb, effect rack, and I cut out the lows because we don't need lows. Not when we doing music with heavy 808s. We don't need no goddamn lows on anything. So now we need like the actual melody, the rhythm, so to speak. Let me play this one for you. Play pattern only. We play this with you see, we're getting there now. We're getting there now. We're getting there now. We're getting there now. We are getting there now. This is what makes the beat the beat. Like this is it. This is what makes it what it is. What sound did I use on this one? I used a preset called Victory Brass, and it's in Dance Orchestra. It's one of them presets. You heard this one so many times, bro. You heard this one so many times. You heard this one so many times. It's been used on so many tracks over the last 10 years. And after that, I added in the choir. It's the same chords as the brass, but it's just sustained instead of being played like a goddamn, like instead of a rhythmic effect, it's like a more of a background fill up the space effect. So let me show you the preset. It's from Opus as well, and this one is from, where is that? It's Symphonic Choirs. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not Symphonic Choirs. It's Hollywood Choirs Gold, Women's Choirs, and it's in vowels and it's vibrato FF. That's what it is. Let me play you that one solo. Very spacey, it's very open, and this is why. First of all, I added in this preset called Treble, which sort of adds in a little more emphasis on the higher end of the sound. And then we have Soundgardizer. Don't know why, but I seem to have a fetish for Soundgardizer lately. I don't know. It just makes stuff sound better. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me how. And then I added in some delay, again for the space. Then I cut out the lows because we don't need that. Simple as that. We don't need that. And this is what all of these five sounds sound like together. I'm talking about with the choir. The choir fills up the gaps. You understand what I'm saying? It fills up the gaps where there is gaps. And then I add in this tubular bell. It's just on every downbeat. I can play it solo for you. And then you see here there's a delay and some reverb on it. And of course we cut out the lows, because we don't need that. Let me play you that with the rest of the sounds. Oh, it's going down now! It's going down now! Hey! It's going down now. When you hear them bells coming in, you know it's game over, bro. It's game over. It's the Undertaker coming up. Coming from the coffin or some shit. Goddamn. It's game over. It's game over, bro. It is game over. And for the last part, the last sound that I added in, just to sprinkle something on top, we got this piano right here. just to sprinkle something on top. Just like the, you know, the salt sprinkle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the sprinkle. You know what I'm saying? The sprinkle. We ain't gotta go no further than that. Let me play that. Nothing too extra, just like a sprinkle to add some flavor to it. I cut out the lows again, as always. Use the effect from Effect Rack, Dark Reflections. This is a delay preset, rolling, supermassive, free by the way. If you want the hollow supermassive, it's really good actually. Some reverb, and this is what it sounds like all together. It's just a sprinkle, it's just some flavor, so it not so static sounding, because they can get very static, very monotone ish. So we add in a little bit of flavor. It ain't gotta be nothing too special, just a little bit of flavor, just something to sprinkle on top. We ain't gotta do too much. I ain't trying to goddamn be Hans Zimmer or something. Like, relax. Ain't gotta be so complicated. And then from then on, I added in the 808, which is of course the Spins 808. Even better though, it's my own version of the Spins 808. It's the Spins 808 that y'all don't have. Let me show you what the pattern sound like. Boom, it's a very simple pattern. Let me play that for you. Instead of, I could have just let it pass, copy this pattern again to the next one, but instead I added in like something different on the last part of the 808, just to let you know like something else is coming. You gotta let them know that something else is coming. And this is what the 808 would sound like with the melody. You see, you gotta let them know that something else is coming. You gotta change up them 808s. You can't just have the same pattern over and over again. You gotta change it up somehow. Even if it's just a subtle change, like an 808 roll here or just an extra note here or whatever. Change it up. Don't just copy paste the same note and then have it go through the whole time. Through the whole 4-bar section. Change it up. Add an extra note, do an 808 roll, add an octave jump, add a fifth jump, do something. Don't just let this shit rock. I mean, you can do that, but you want to make it interesting, then do something different. Change it up. Anyways, let me play you all the drums. See what that sound like, so you can see how it goes. Very simple, as you can see. Straight hi-hats on this one. Straight hi-hat. I ain't gotta do nothing. That's how I heard the beat. I heard it with straight hi-hats, so I went with straight hi-hats. Don't have to overcomplicate stuff. And then basic snare pattern. Nothing too much going on here. We layered it with a clap. Hold on, so it sounds like this. We have the offbeat note at the end with the snare. I think that you call it in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I think that's what we call it in music theory. Oh, it's not. What the fuck am I talking about? It's an offbeat note. It's actually offbeat. And then let me play you all the percussion elements and the rim shot. This is really where the bounce of the drums really come in, with all the percussion elements and the triangle, which I actually shifted slightly off. Let me show you how much does shift off. I shifted it quite a bit off actually, which gives it the bounce. That is what gives it the bounce. Even though it's on every downbeat, like on every downbeat, it doesn't hit exactly on the downbeat. It hits a little late, and that gives it a bounce. You will hear it with the hi-hats especially, I think. You play that. Can you hear that? You can hear how the triangle is like behind the hi-hat. The hi-hat is straight going like a computer, but this one slightly behind every time, and that gives it a bounce. It's that simple. Take one sound and then shift it slightly off grid. There you have it. Bouncy drums. We play that with the 808. You see, it's that simple. It's that simple. And then I sent every single sound to a reverb, which is this one, this reverb. I sent a portion of each sound. Actually it's a duplicate, to be precise with you. It's a duplicate. It creates a duplicate of the sound and puts it in here to a send track, which then has the effect on it. And what you just regulate is the percentage of the sound that you want to duplicate. I could put that all the way up here, and then it's like 100%. Show you what that sounds like, just for fun. You heard that, right? That is the full 100%. Actually, it's more than 100% of the sound sent through. That was louder than the actual sound. But yeah, let me show you how I broke down the beat. First of all, stop doing that. Please, Fruity Loops, don't do that. First of all, we have the intro, which has all of the sounds in the beat going in at once. So you know it's about to go down. Go from the intro straight into a verse. Second part of the verse. Kind of a breakdown here because you only have two sounds playing really. We have the goddamn tubular bell. It's gonna play through the whole thing. And then straight into the chorus. Another verse. Breakdown, the same as the first one. It's two verses, two hooks really. Even though the second hook I decided to take the drums and percussion off and keep the melody and the 808 only. Just to switch it up. I mean, if this ever gets a hit, then it's gonna get tracked out and stemmed out and reorganized and shit anyways. Or they're gonna 2-track it. What do I know? I sent all of these tracks to this bus right here. Created a bus. Put it through a preset. Soothe 2, less mod on the master. Which basically takes off some of the muddy frequencies, like it says. And then I put it through this Shadow Hills mastering compressor. I'll probably go through what it sounds like without the goddamn compressor on it. Play where there is the most amount of activity, the highest energy. Boom. A little bit more life and punch, meat to the drums. Pause, I said meat. I need to relax. Then I have this console Focusrite emulator, which what did I do? I cut it off some frequencies. I'm pretty sure I have it to cut at around no, that's not 300. Yes it is. It's around 300 frequency, which is some of the, I don't know, around 200 to 300. There is a lot of muddiness going on in that area. So you usually want to do a slight cut right there, usually. And then I have it to boost at around 7 or 8K ish for the high end, to make the high end more present in the track. Usually where your hi-hats and stuff would be. After that I went through the Zulu, and then I took it straight. We're gonna go straight to the master. I did another Soothe, balanced to the Grammy Awards. The best mastering preset there is in Soothe 2, in my opinion. And then I just ozoned it out. Boom, boom, I used the master assistant. When you do that, you wanna put it where there is the most amount of energy in your track, the most amount of sounds. That's where you want to do that. And of course your break wall limiter, L2, and that's about it. That's it. You don't go no further than that. It be that simple. Really it's that simple. And of course the reason why I have it like this, where I have the actual audio file, the actual wave file here, is because FL Studio does not have real-time render. When I run it through hardware, like the Zulu, if I try to render it out just like normal, there will be no sound. So please, Fruit Loops, Image Line, give us real-time render. Every other dog got it, except for Fruit Loops. What is that about? We need real-time render, please, so I can save some time and not do this and not record it in Edison. Not having to record that bitch in Edison, and that can be a problem because sometimes that'd be like clicks and pops and shit. Because I don't goddamn know, my computer should be good enough to handle this shit. But whatever, just increase your goddamn buffer length if necessary. Anyways, let me play you the whole beat. I'm done talking. Let's go!
Haroutonthetrack, so you know it's fat. Haroutonthetrack, so you know it's.
I'm not gonna play again. I am out this bitch. Peace, y'all. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and also a short little message I want to send out to you, to the ones who stayed all the way to the end. Don't get caught up on all the bullshit that be going on these days. Don't get caught up on it. First of all, it's all planned from the jump. Second of all, it's fucking pointless. Waste of energy. Fucking pointless. Fuck them. And everything they stand for. So it's pointless. Waste of energy. Don't get caught up in the discussions. Don't get too engaged in it. Don't stay away from it. Stay away from it. Turn off your TV. Turn off your radio. Lay off the newspaper. Shit, even lay off social media. I don't goddamn know what else to tell you. Lay off that motherfucker. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that them or whatever the fuck dictating shit. Anyways. Peace. Have a blessed one.